across Terra Nova for the upcoming anniversary of the thwarted terrorist attack on the colony. Former hostage Kate Bowman is expected to read a thank you message to Alliance soldiers who rescued her. The Batarian terrorist responsible for the attack on the colony, known only as Balak, remains at large.
Kate Bowman's only alive because Balak threatened to kill her if I didn't let him go, and I decided it wasn't worth it to make sure he was dead if he took innocent people with him. So I allowed him to leave, and Kate and the other hostages were fine.
The Shepard Memorial on Akuz is expected to open next year, once the area is declared safe for visitors. Admiral Stephen Hackett will preside.
Well, rumors of my permanent demise were greatly exaggerated, as people will find out in the near future.
Explorer ships have reported seeing vessels of an unknown make, but whose silhouette strongly resembles ancient Rachni ship profiles. The few ships sighted have been small scouting vessels that rapidly retreated. The Council has pledged a full investigation.
That was from letting the Rachni Queen go free and not killing her gruesomely with acid, I might add. That's how you kill her. What a horrible way to go. So, hopefully the Rachni will not cause trouble in the future. It was a Paragon action, but, you know, sometimes doing the Paragon thing comes back to bite you in the ass. Not always, probably not even 50% of the time, but sometimes.
Sources say that the Asari Shaira, more commonly known as the Consort, may be leaving the Citadel after years of bad press and rumors of intelligence leaks.
Poor Shaira. She seemed nice. But there was a lot of gossip about her. So I guess I can't blame her.
Commander Shepard. He uncovered Saren's plan, defeated the Geth army, and died in the final days of the fight. Or did he? Witnesses report seeing him alive on Omega.
Well, those witnesses are full of shit. Although, I guess this is, often the dev team will think of everything, and if you do something out of order, they'll have the characters in the game make the appropriate comments. But in this case, the game just sort of assumed that you would go to Omega before you came here. At least as far as what the Galactic News says is concerned. And while on Omega, people would see you and they go, "Holy shit, Commander Shepard's alive!" And then you'd come here and you'd hear about witnesses seeing you.
2 years after a Geth attack nearly destroyed it, the colony of Zoo's Hope has announced plans for an expansion.
This news thing is going on for much longer than I expected. They packed a lot of news into here. I'm sorry, I thought it would just be like a half dozen or a dozen at most stories or so. Or maybe it's just being made longer by me commenting on every single one of them.
Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams, who died fighting Saren on Virmire, was posthumously awarded the Solarian Silver Dagger and the Turian Nova Cluster. Williams served proudly with non-human crew members and was once heard to say, "Human or alien, we're all just animals." She is the first Alliance soldier to receive either award.
See, this is either the people writing the copy not wanting to spread bad information about somebody who's dead, or them just screwing up the facts. Because what Ashley actually said in Mass Effect 1 when we were on the Citadel was, "I can't tell the aliens from the animals," which is, not real tactful thing to say. Even if there are no aliens around, it's like, I'll talk a little bit more about Ashley. Like I said that she had, earlier on I said that she had some redeeming qualities, but like I couldn't name any off the top of my head. And I've had more time to think about it some more, and you know, like she seems okay when you first meet her. Don't get me wrong. And you know, she's a badass who can handle herself in a fight. She is not horrible to you, or anything like that. You know, you could, if you're a fan of poetry, specifically Lord Alfred Tennyson, then you could have that in common with her. She has some interesting stories about her family, and she's pretty cool, and she sticks up for her family members and stuff. But she is not exact. And to be fair, like she's when you run into the guy from, I think, what's Terra Firma Party is what that political party that's just blatantly anti-alien is called. She says you guys go too far. You're just whoa. But the thing is that, you know, while she might be better than the Terra Firma people, she is not what you'd call enlightened. And Ashley is the sort of person who's not a bad person, certainly not an evil person, but she could benefit a lot from having friends who tell her, "Hey, whoa, that's not cool. Don't say stuff like that." And hey, why do you want to treat this person so badly? They don't deserve that. Some people need to be told that stuff, and that's why in real life, like, I would much rather have friends who like tell me if I'm doing something out of line than who just like forgive me for every single thing I do because they figure, oh, I'm his friend, so I shouldn't be giving him crap about this. And to reverse it, if I have a friend who I think is doing something hurtful to somebody else, then friend or not, I'm going to say, hey, no, that's not good, or, you know, words to that effect. And I think more people should do that. It's just my opinion. Anyways, what's the next story?
Later today, we interview Counselor Anderson. The tireless former soldier has put down his guns to build bridges with numerous trade treaties. Tune in and find out what the man behind Commander Shepard's rise to fame thinks is the greatest threat to intergalactic stability.
The Reapers! Although nobody would listen to him if he said so, probably.
The Destiny Ascension has completed its 20.
Okay, finally, we've gotten through all the news, and it's repeating. We can move on.
2 years ago.
I'm sorry, sir, but I'll need you to remove any biotic amp you might be wearing.
What? Why?
Unfortunately, sir, biotics can be used as a weapon. The rules require me to confiscate all amps. Could you please hand over yours?
I don't have one. I'm not a biotic.
Oh. Well, when you objected, I thought...
You humans are all racist.
I'm just gonna... Oh. Guys, Kasumi... I'm gonna... Oh, okay, fine. She got through the door. I'm gonna put a link to a webcomic called Awkward Zombie in the description because I got reminded of a particular Awkward Zombie strip when that happened. But let's go forward.
Figured they say something about our weapons.
Shut it down. What? Do you seriously think? Yeah, okay. Sorry for the inconvenience, sir. Our scanners are picking up false readings. They seem to think you're... dead.
I was listed as missing in action a couple of years ago.
Would you mind checking in with my captain? He can reinstate you in our system. He's just past the scanners on your right.
before I do that, I'm going to go through here. I'm going to listen to the...
I'm sorry, but I can't let you board the shuttle with that.
But this is a ceremonial item of my people.
Sir, it's a 15-centimeter serrated blade.
You humans are all racist.
We'll go away, go back so we hear more.
You'll have to wait for the next shuttle.
You made me miss the last one.
You needed to go through security.
Why are you treating me like a criminal?
Because you tried to bring a 15-centimeter serrated blade on a public shuttle.
You humans are all racist.
That Turian is one of the many memes that this series has generated with his, "You humans are all racist."
I want to know when the next shuttle will get here.
There's one every 10 minutes.
I don't want to wait that long.
I can't make the shuttles go any faster, sir.
You humans are all racist.
Oh, boo-hoo, 10 minutes of your life gone. God, you know, I don't get why anybody would make a big deal about that, because, I mean, today, in the present, if we have to wait 10 minutes, you know, the average person probably has a smartphone or something to entertain themselves with, and it's nothing. And in the late 2100s, then they would have other stuff. So it's just, you know, calm down.
I'm sorry, sir, but I'll need you to remove any
Okay.
body lamp you might be wearing.
And that's all of those lines.
Unfortunately,
Most Turians in the lore of the game do not have biotic capabilities. A small percentage do, most don't, which is sort of, it's not a out-and-out contradiction, but in the first game, Caden talks about how when he was a child at Jump Zero, that he and the other kids were trained by biotic Turians, which is a bit unusual when you later have conversations about Turians and find out that there aren't very many biotics among them at all. But anyways, so we have to become listed as alive again.
You'll have to make him scream a little. He's not gonna tell you everything just because you ask.
I know, sir.
If you don't have the stomach or you're worried about being reported, I can take care of it.
No, sir. I can handle it.
I did not like hearing that the first time I came through here on my first playthrough, because, man, I do not like that kind of thing.
Yes, I see the problem already, Commander Shepard. My console says you're dead.
You're not worried I'm some imposter claiming to be me?
We have the best screening equipment in the galaxy. Those scanners can sample DNA from skin flakes. Hell, if you have unregistered gene mods, they can even figure those out.
Your sergeant said you could help with that.
Usually you'd have to go through the station security administration to reactivate your IDs. Then to customs and immigration to regain access to the Citadel itself, and probably a stop by the Treasury. Spending a year dead is a popular tax dodge. But I can see you're a busy man. So how about I just press this button right here, and we call it done?
You're not big on formalities, are you?
I'm with them right up until they keep people from doing their jobs. There. I just saved you about 9 days of running around. That said, you should head up to the Presidium and tell them you're still alive. The Council probably wants to talk to the one who saved their scaly asses.
What's the easiest way to get to the Presidium from down here?
Head back through the security checkpoint and take a public shuttle.
I will. Having access to the Council and the Spectre's resources would be useful.
Yeah. The Council can get anything. Best thing about working CSEC is that any equipment, information, or money you need, you get. Anyway, something else you need? Or can I get back to work?
I overheard your conversation. Make him scream a little?
This isn't the Presidium. All they have to worry about are protesters outside their free speech zones or someone's poodle crapping on the grass. Down here, we have drugs, organized crime, and murder. Policing a ward is like policing New York City. Sometimes you have to work outside the Council's rulebook.
See, I disagree with that. And besides which, oh, I almost referred to something later in the game that would have spoiled something. So, and in fact, I did make a reference to something earlier on that kind of qualified as a spoiler for the third game, and I won't say what it was, because that would just be making things worse, but I apologize for that. Anyway, though, say you do want to get information out of somebody by beating them up or doing whatever to them, they will say, you know, if the person just doesn't have information on what you want to know, they'll probably make something up because it's better than just getting wailed on for God knows how long. And I guess really the only way that you could possibly get good information is if you could immediately check on what they told you, and then if they lied to you, then you just kept on doing. I don't relish the thought of this, but you just kept on torturing them, since that's what it is, until they did tell the truth, or until you figure, well, I guess they really don't know anything, and I just wasted a lot of time and did horrible things for nothing. Well, we have rules for a reason, and that's my editorial there.
Last time I was here, there were no human captains in CSEC.
The CSEC took a lot of casualties when the Geth boarded the Presidium. The Special Response Division was hard hit. They stopped turning their noses up at human resumes. They needed bodies in uniform, and we had the most experienced bodies.
It looks like most of the damage from Sovereign's attack has been repaired.
The Presidium was pretty shot up. Of course, they fixed that first. All the wards got hit with debris when the ship exploded. Most of the damage was superficial, and the Keepers got things restored fast. Tasery Ward got the worst. A big chunk hit near the Dillanaga concert hall. They're still clearing wreckage and trying to get power restored.
Tell me about this place.
All the wards are more or less multicultural, but the other four are dominated by Asari, Turians, or Solarians. In Zakira, we've got major enclaves of Volus, Elcor, and Hanar. There's also a human commercial zone at Shinakiba. We've got a few Krogan walking around, and I think I saw a Quarian the other day.
I need to talk to the Council. How can I get to the Presidium from here?
Head through the security checkpoint and take a public shuttle.
I should be going.
You need anything else, let me know.